This is D, and Let's Dress for Life. That's what's up. Did you know that many people, many groups, many communities have symbols for strength and endurance? Oh yes, many. In fact, look at various sporting teams, and communities rally around their sporting teams, and those sporting teams have mascots. Those mascots are are representatives of their symbols. Even countries have those symbols. One such symbol is the tree, and not just any tree, but actually the oak tree. Many countries around the world have the oak as its symbol of strength and endurance. In fact, there's a school that actually has oak in its name. If you need a symbol for strength and endurance, I really encourage you to consider the oak. And when you consider the oak, I want you to have something to hold on to. I want you to have something that gives you a root system. And in getting that root system, I want you to think of OAK. O. Own your stuff. Whether it's family dysfunction, whether it's just current silly behavior, or maybe some craziness that has occurred in your life, I want you to face that reality. I want you to face that dysfunction, whatever it may be. Own it. Because if you don't own it, I promise you, it will own you. I know of too many individuals, wonderful people, who allowed their stuff, their family dysfunction, or their traumatic event to completely overwhelm them. That became their identity, and that took them over instead of them taking it over. Along with own your stuff, go to A, and that is accept forgiveness. Sometimes we're trying to accept forgiveness over things that are not part of us. But the thing is, we take these things on ourselves. We need to accept forgiveness for taking stuff that doesn't belong to us. And those things that do belong to us, we need to accept forgiveness so that we can move on. And when we accept forgiveness, this is one thing that I want to say as a caveat. Accept forgiveness only as you're willing to extend forgiveness. There's nothing worse than seeing individuals who do not accept forgiveness but are willing to forgive others. That ain't right. You have, of course, those individuals who are willing to receive forgiveness and want others to forgive them, but they don't want to forgive others. And that ain't right either. And then, of course, the worst is those individuals who don't want to forgive others, but at the same time, they don't want to accept the forgiveness that is extended to them. And that most certainly ain't right. Miserable all the way around. You want to get out of your misery in a real quick, fast way? Accept forgiveness for yourself as you extend the forgiveness to others. Last thing, keep growing. When you talk about growing, I want you to hear this, my brother. I want you to hear this, my sister. Just because you've had crazy experiences, just because you've had traumatic events that may have occurred, does not mean that you cannot grow. Because in order for a tree to really grow, it's going to have some stress, whether it's the the dry summer heat, whether it's the sun beating down on it, or whether it's the cold of winter, whether it's the winds of life, there's going to be some type of stress and some type of strain to help it grow. Even, believe it or not, and my prayers are with the folk out in those provinces and in those states where they're experiencing conflagrations. But at the same time, I have to be honest and say that sometimes a little fire can actually help trees grow, and a little stress can help you grow. It can get you out of your complacency, and it can also help you strengthen your resolve as you're going through something. And as I talk about the fire that can help the tree grow, believe it or not, one thing that happens with the fire is that the fire can get rid of all the dead things that are on the tree. Do you have dead things around you? Maybe some crazy friendships or associations that really need to be out of your life? Maybe that stress can do it for you. Take advantage of it. Allow it to be the opportunity for growth. And I told you before about that one school that has oak in its name. Believe it or not, its symbol, its mascot is actually the acorn. And what is so beautiful about the acorn? Well, remember, K is keep growing. The oak is so beautiful because if you look around the oak tree, one thing you'll see on the ground is acorns. It drops those acorns, and those acorns are products of the oak, and those acorns germinate and become oaks themselves. In your life, is there any true manifestation of your growth? That true manifestation of your growth is actually going to be the growth of those around you, so that you can have that strength and you can have that endurance. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Additionally, go to www.destressmethod.com for more resource information. Well, that's all we got for now. This is D, and Less Stress for Life. That's what's up. Peace.